Alrighty guys, good morning and welcome back to the channel. So today we're installing a aux beam switch panel along with a oepanels.com panel here to replace that section there on the left side of the steering wheel with a cutout that is made for a switch panel, and that fits the aux beam switch panel right here going directly into that nice custom fit. In the last video what we did was we installed a train horn and when I installed the train horn I left the switches for the train horn just kind of on the floor, knowing that the very next day I'm installing the aux beam switch panel, so I don't want to hard install the switches here into my dash or whatever. That panel from oepanels.com right there is going to replace this piece right here. It won't be leather wrapped anymore. Fair trade though, because we're gonna have a nice cutout there, which is perfectly fitted for the aux beam switch panel, which will then put all of my switches into one nice, control box and have it all wired into one fuse panel under the hood.
The leather though.
The leather will be gone. I mean, we could always get it leather wrapped if you really wanted to, just to keep it platinum. But yeah, anyways, that's what we're doing today is installing the aux beam switch panel along with the new panel here from oepanels.com, which this is gonna be awesome right here, dude. I'm very unfamiliar with oepanels.com stuff, but I came across it on a Google search and bam, found it. So injection molded, OEM fitment and texture too. Do they know it's a platinum though?
Do they know?
That's the question right there, guys. Do they know it's a platinum?
And if it's leather there,
did it come leather wrapped? I don't know, man. Let's see. Drum roll. Oh, nope. No? It is not.
Oh,
it is not.
Feel textured?
It feels fine. Feels good. Yeah, cool. It also fits the S-Pod Bantam XHD, the aux beam 8 gang, which I have right here, Switch Pro 9100, the adapter is included. I'm super excited for this.
Let's see what it looks
like.
A
super clean setup. That's the fuse box right here. So this gets installed under the hood, and this is where all of the wiring goes into to power your accessories, right? So they're all individually fused. Got 30 amp, 20 amp, 10 amp, and then 5 amp fuses. You got power and ground for each switch. So, and then you power this switch panel itself with the lead coming from the battery, from positive terminal goes into there right there, and then same for the ground. Pretty much it, dude. And then you run a wire from this to switch panel, and that goes inside of the truck, literally right into here. So let's check that out. Let's see how she fit.
Oh, baby.
Oh, dude,
look at that.
Dude, that's sick. First step, let's go ahead and pull the old panel off from the left side of the wheel, pop this one in and see how it fits. I didn't read any instructions, so.
Just kind of went at it?
Yeah, I just kind of go at it usually. I'm like, if I can't figure it out, then I'll read some instructions. But I think, assuming air vent comes off first, because it seems to be sitting right on top of it, so we'll just pull that off.
It's coming off first?
Oh, there we go. If I can just pull this off right here, that'd be clutch. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
And then we'll yank this off. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Super easy. Unfortunately, going from leather to plastic, man. What a shame, dude. Oh well. Do you want some leather for yours?
If you want to know some leather, I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
You're gonna have a very confused truck then. You have some TRD Pro floor mats in there now, and you want some platinum trim pieces in there too?
Yeah, that's
okay, well there you go, dude.
Let's show the folks really quickly what it looks like, yeah?
Show them the damage in your hood now, dude.
Oh yeah.
Tim dropped off his truck for service, and this is how his truck came back.
Right there.
That dealership sucks, dude. Anyways, yeah, I gave Tim my Bilstein shocks from my Platinum. So those are in there, and then I gave him the TRD Pro floor mats. Yeah, some TRD Pro floor mats, all right, in the limited. It's like a mutt, just a mixture of just all the breeds, man. We do have some cutting required here to get the new panel in there. I already lined it out, so there's a photo there on their website that shows where to cut. So really cool design here actually. So you have the cover, right? Cover goes on top and the wires go from underneath and into, same with the power too. So power, ground, and the wiring coming from the board that goes into the control panel. All the wires get dumped down below, then the cover goes on and it looks super clean and the wires come out from the bottom. So I'm mounting the aux beam fuse box on top of the factory fuse box right here. I'm gonna drill it into the cover for it. I'm marking my spots right now, and same for the fuse breaker. So I'll throw that right next to it. What do they say? Measure once and cut twice?
Measure twice and cut once.
Measure twice and cut, oh, okay. Gotcha. Start drilling. Okay. Lock it in. So it's pretty simple. We're gonna go from battery into the breaker, from breaker into the aux beam fuse panel here. We'll hop underneath the fuse box, the factory fuse box, and find a fuse that only turns on. The way I wanna do it is with the ignition turning on. That's this guy right here. So it says connect to the ACC. That's this wire right here, the master switch power cable. So we're getting our main source of power through the battery, the main connection right here. But to tell it when to turn on and when to work will be this wire right here, and depending on which fuse we tap into is how often it'll have it turned on essentially. So it'll either be ignition powered fuse or one that always has power. That whole section right there has no power right now.
Everything else that you tap.
But all the rest do have power.
Yeah.
They all have constant power. So there's a section right there of ones that have no power right now.
They're just chilling.
They're just off. So let's turn the ignition on and see which ones turn on. I'm sure all of them do, but let's see. Power now, power now, power now, power now, power now, power now. All these fuses right here in the back are all on ignition. These 3 here and those 4 here only turned on the ignition. All right, so I did a little upgrade of the wiring, removed the little butt connector it came with, which was not a heat shrinker. It was this guy right here, the plastic one.
Oh, okay.
So I upgraded that to a heat shrink connector. So
cool. We just improved upon it.
We just improved it. Improved it. And
what do we got there? What do we got there?
Bring the torch out. Come on.
Oh, the torch.
Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. Come on in, man. Come on. You good? And now look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Nice and weatherproof now. Got the fuse pulled out of there. Put a 5 amp fuse into the out of fuse here, the fuse tap. And now we're going right back in. Boom, just like that. And now we got some tap power. So what I did too to run that wire out was drill a hole here in the fuse box cover. So I'll run it through there. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Play.
And then right in there.
That's its home.
That's it. We got power ran to the breaker into the circuit board. The circuit board now has ground right there. It's grounded. We have the fuse tapped, which tells the circuit board here to turn on until the ignitions turn on. This circuit board will not actually turn on even with the breaker here in the on position. We'll leave that off right now until we get the accessories wired in. Spot number 1, spot number 2, switch 3, switch 4, switch 5, 6, 7, all the way to 8. And then you have positive, right? And then also negative. There we go, we're in.
There we go.
All right.
Now it's
It's clamping down. All right, cool. Let's make sure it works.
Yeah, it works.
All right, we got power.
Is that me or is it working?
I think it's working. Okay, guys, so I ran the wire from through the firewall from the engine bay that controls, the switch panel here controls the circuit board with. So we'll plug that in. There we go. Click. Right into place.
Click in place. Click, boom, right?
Dude, this feels really nice too. Feel the buttons. So we
Yeah.
have different options here. Red means toggle, which means on and off. You just press one time, it's on. Press again, it's off, right?
There you go.
Momentary means hold it, and while you're holding it, it
makes the noise.
it's on, makes the noise if you have a horn attached to it.
Or something.
And then pulsed is green. So you hit the mode button twice, and it shows you what mode you're in. So red's toggle, blue's momentary, and then green's pulsed. So you cycle through them like this by tapping it one time. We got red, blue for momentary, green for pulsed. If we leave it on pulsed and we had lights attached to it, like some chase lights or whatever, then it'll be pulsating, whatever. We'll go to momentary here. And now, as you guys can see, it only works while you hold it. As where these are toggles. So very simple to change the modes. Turn those off. Okay, so now switch number 8 is gonna be momentary.
Nice and snug fit.
Locked in.
Locked in.
That's
Locked
it.
and loaded.
We're good, dude.
Ready to roll.
That's it, man.
Asparagus, guys.
Health goals going strong, dude. That's asparagus.
That's asparagus.
It might be wrapped in deep fry, but
It's still asparagus.
it's still asparagus, though, dude. It still counts.
Still counts.
Still counts, 100%. Where the heck did Tim take us, dude? Where the heck did Tim take us? Dude, Tim's treating us tonight.
It's an experience. That's all I gotta say.
All right, so here we are with the new switch panel, and I gotta say, first impressions is that I love the position of it. So here's my exact POV of when I'm driving, right? And as you guys can see, I can see every single switch on the switch panel from exactly where I sit when I'm driving. So no obstruction at all from the steering wheel or anything at all like that. So that part's really nice about it. And you know, overall, dude, it's just a super clean setup. I love like how clean it, you know, it's not on top of the panel there or anything like that. Didn't have to use the brackets or anything. It sits inside, which is nice and just clean, and and just, yeah, nice and flush, which looks really, really nice. I've not yet to put the buttons on it quite yet, so I'll do that right now. I have all of the stickers right here, which we'll throw on some right now. We even have some blanks in case we don't have all the accessories we need to fill out the 8-gang switch panel. Pretty pumped, man. Looks really, really good. Super, super clean setup. I love it. And yeah, man, worth it for sure. As far as the actual switch panel goes, like the quality of it, the feel of it, it feels really nice. The buttons are nice and bright too. It's almost too bright. I mean, last night I was driving it around, and it was a little too bright at nighttime without having the stickers on it. Obviously, once the stickers go on it, it'll be a whole different story then. Okay, how do we change the color again? Is it mode and then hold any button, right? Okay, yep, now we're in color changing mode. Kind of thinking red might be the move. The color is super glared out on camera. Oh, a little too far. There we go, boom. It's not coming through that well on camera. It's super nice in real life. It's super vibrant. The color is really good, but it's kind of watered down here on video, so. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I didn't set it. Oh, I didn't set it. I lost it. I didn't log it in. Okay, let's go back. There we go, there we go. Boom, log it in, hit mode, boom. Dude, Travis put me on Starbucks, dude. I'm not gonna lie one bit. I've been kind of craving it now. I never crave coffee. But today, we crave coffee, man. It's one of those days, dude. It's overcast outside. It's just one of those, oh. Embarrassing. And watch me not fit in the drive-thru. That's not looking promising at all. Shoot. Well, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it the good old college try, man. They don't make Starbucks drive-thrus very catering to full-size trucks. Barely. We're on the razor's edge of hitting that wall, man, and that curb. And here we have it for the new setup. Let me roll down my 2 layers of tint so you guys can see it better. But yeah, man, there we have it right there. Hands down, my favorite spot to put it of all the places I put my switch panel so far, with the custom panel piece there from OE Panels to custom fit the switch panel there, dude. I think it's the best place to put it because I've done mine in a few spots now on my, on my Tundra. I put it in the sunglass holder on the TRD Pro. And then I also put it down there where my current wireless charging pad is here on the Platinum on my SR5 because I didn't have the wireless charging pad there. My favorite spot to have put it so far, mainly because of how easy it is to see it. So here's my POV of my driving position, right? And as you guys can see, I can see all of the switches by just barely looking down, and there's no obstruction at all from the steering wheel or whatever. A great spot to put it. Not only does it look super clean too, because it fits nice and flush in there with the this panel right here, which looks freaking awesome. I love the look of it, but also for the sake of practicality, because when it was up there and down there, I found myself taking my eyes too far off of the windshield to get to my switches. Hard to go and hit the buttons up here when I'm trying to, look out the windshield, and then especially down here as well. So now I'll show you guys the memory function, which is pretty cool. So let's say, for example, we want to turn on number 1, 4, and 6. You can see they're on right now with the little red indicator light right there. Red means it's a toggle switch, as where blue means momentary and green means triple tap, right? It just keeps flashing in 3 flash intervals, right? Which is good for like a chase light or something like that you have on the back end that you want to flash. Turn all these off that are on. It could be number 1, 2, 4, and 6, or 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, whatever ones you want. Hit that power button right there, and all those switches will now turn off, right? So to turn those exact switches back on, hit the power button right there, and it has a memory function to it. So as long as we hit the power button to turn off those switches, those exact same ones will turn right back on, as long as when we turn them off, we don't go and activate a whole another switch, because then if we hit the power button again and turn it back on, now that is the new memory. Backlight's on, hit the mode button, turns the backlight right off, and then to turn the backlight back on, we can either do the mode button to turn the backlights back on, or hit any key, and the first time you press it, it will only turn on the backlight, and hit it again to activate that switch right there. You can then turn it off or back on, hit the mode button, and the backlights turn off, but the actual switch stays on, as you guys can see right there. We'll do horn for the switch number 8, which I've hooked up to the horn, so that makes the most sense, right? We're gonna throw on the air sticker here for number 4, fills up the air compressor. Okay, we got 2 stickers on here now, and we do have some blanks too, but only 5 of them. All right, threw the stickers on, and I threw auxiliary there on the first one because it only came with 5 blanks. I also messed that one up. Peel it off, put it back on. Let's see how she looks now, lit up. What's going is she? All right, fired up. Ooh, let's go. You can see through on the camera for some reason. In real life, you really can't. Got like x-ray vision on camera. But all right, let's go ahead and change the colors again. Boom, hold that. Let's go back to red, actually. Actually, low key, I like blue better. All right, lock it in. Turn the switches on. Bro, that is fire right there. I love it. Hey, that's sick. That's so sick. Heck yeah, dude. But yeah, guys, there you have it, man. For the Auxbeam 8-gang switch panel and the OE, oh wow, OE panels. There we go. OE panel right here, man. Fits really good, and it looks dope. So no more leather, obviously, but that's all right, man. Matches this though. For all you guys that love to skip to the end of videos, I see you guys skipping. It's all good. It's all good. I'll run through this one more time for you guys really fast and show you guys how it's all set up here under the hood. So I have the wire coming from the positive terminal there on the battery, from battery into the breaker. Now I did cut off the connector, the terminal connector on the wire here that came with the Auxbeam setup, because it wasn't big enough for the positive terminal there on my battery. So I cut it off and put a bigger terminal connector on the wire, and then some heat shrink tubing as well. And then I cut a hole there in the side of the battery cover so I can fit right there, and that still clicks right on. So we have wire coming from battery into the breaker, and then a wire from breaker into the positive here on the circuit board right there. And then that ground wire right there goes out and is grounded right there. And then we have the accessories. I got an accessory right there in slot number 4, and then accessory right there in slot number 8. And then the wire goes out, down under, and I ran it there. I have to do some more like wiring loom here pretty soon. I haven't done that yet to clean the wiring up here. I'll attach all these wires together and then put a loom on it. But then I ran it underneath that trim right here. So I popped that little clip right there and then tucked all the wires underneath there and ran it across and then into the firewall, including the wire coming from the circuit board that goes into the actual switch pad itself in the truck. And then this one right here with the red wire comes off the circuit board and then right into the fuse box, and that fuse tap goes right into a fuse that is only powered on with the accessories being on, so the ignition being on. That way it's not always fed power and potentially draining the battery. And that's pretty much it, man. Very simple setup. I think Tim got something in the mail today he wants to show us, so we'll see what it is. I think I know what it is. Pretty sure. All right, bro, what do you got for us?
I have something.
Horn blasters, 100-watt public address unit. Look at that horn and siren.
This is the second mod after, actually third mod. First was the tent. Second was the
lift wheel tires. And then
third,
PA. Not a bad third mod, man.
Fourth, that conductor special is on its way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right, now here it is at nighttime.
It looks cool.
That's way better at nighttime with the buttons on it, because before the buttons went onto it, the stickers, it was way too bright. Oh, excuse you? Oops, my bad. All right, so we're leaving dinner now. Tim killed it on the chopsticks, by the way. His first time using those, I think. Definitely a legit setup, man. Definitely recommend this. Absolutely. So, turn the backlight off right there. That's pretty much it, man. See you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.